My people, what that they say shall never end. No be small thing we dey hear oh. This time they said allegedly gospel's ex-husband have also refused to accept the surrogate son. Remember they said gospel brought a son to the palace and told Kabiyesi that it is their own, as in Kabiyesi should accept the baby, that the baby belongs to her. She got the baby through surrogacy and all of that. So Kabiyesi should accept the child and all of that. Sometimes I'll be wondering, what did these people take the king for? That is if all this information we are hearing is true. So, but unfortunately, they said she was disappointed because Kabiyesi told her that if she know where she carry pikin from, make she go there go return am. Say, even though he likes to train people's children, not the one that he doesn't know how they come about. So, because it is affecting her activities, they say at first she took the child to motherless baby's home because the baby is still too small. So, but at some point she decided that since I don't know, maybe at this point she have hired someone who is taking care of her own children from the other man, from the first man that she married before getting married to the king, you know. And I don't think her initial agreement with her ex-husband was to get married to the king and remain in the palace. Some people at some point was saying that it was an arrangement that she will get married to the king. After few years, she will divorce the king, and by then she must have gathered a lot of wealth. That is what we heard, although we don't know how true it is. Because during that period, there was a time they said that her husband used to visit, especially that time that she now have a house outside the palace, that her husband used to visit, and sometimes the man will stay like 1 week, 2 weeks, and all of that. Then when they ask her, she will say that the man have come to see his children. The same children, they say she left one of them. I think the last one, few months old, and got married to the king because Kabiyesi was doing marriage bonanza. So maybe that period their game was still on. I don't know. That is if it is game through. But along the line, they said she wasn't living up to expectation, and that got the man angry. I don't know if the man is the one taking care of the children completely right now, but from what we are hearing, it's like gospel, is sending money to the man to take care of the children. So when Kabiyesi rejected the adopted, is it adopted or surrogacy? I don't know, but they say she brought a son into the palace, and Kabiyesi rejected that one. She decided to go and take the son to her ex-husband so that that one too will be taking care of the new one, and maybe she will employ a nanny and the man will be in charge and all of that. But unfortunately, they said the man told her that since she betrayed him, that she should take the child back to the palace or to wherever that she picked the child from. That he, as in the husband, the ex-husband, sorry, cannot be taking care of the children that she left for him and be taking care of another one that he did not even know where it is coming from. That cannot happen. They said despite all her efforts to convince the man to accept the baby, that she is going to be bringing enough money to take care of them, that money is not the issue. They said the man said no, that he is not going to do that, and warned her to take the child back to wherever that she bring the child from. That is what we are hearing, no, but don't forget that they are all alleged information. Then the question is, which man in his right senses will accept a child from a woman who abandoned him and his children just because he want to be someone's, is it fourth wife or fifth wife? Eh? And after everything, they will be complaining that they lack attention. Kabiyesi is not giving them attention. Kabiyesi will not buy himself because he married people's husband, people's ex-wife. Uh-huh. He cannot buy himself. And that is the only reason he is only showing love and affection to the one true wife, which is Queen Naomi, that he married the way he marries, the way a man, an African man, marries a wife. Because they said during the time that Kabiyesi married Queen Naomi, he was present at every given step of that marriage. The day they prayed her bride price, he was there. Even though as a king, he can send men to go and do it, but he was there. The day they do all the traditional rites, Kabiyesi was there physically. But all these other Ifa wives, when they marry them, Kabiyesi send men as an elders to go and pay their bride price. And chicken, that's the end. Kabiyesi was never present from what we are hearing. No. At least you guys saw the way Kabiyesi married them and the way he married with Naomi. At least we used to see the videos. Then another person that he married, well, again, happens to be Dr. Elizabeth. But they said you cannot compare his marriage to Queen Naomi to that of Dr. Elizabeth. Then as for these other wives, it is obvious it is marriage bonanza. When a woman will volunteer to take care of all the expenses during her marriage to a king, a great king, the only thing the Kabiyesi did was give them one cow to support them. Then every other expenses, they took care of it. They said during Oletik's own, you know that Oletik does not have much. At some point, she started making trouble that Kabiyesi must provide means of transportation for her people that will come. And the Kabiyesi did not do it because it was an agreement. When you will agree with someone that wants to marry you, that you will take care of your bills, marriage, everything. It simply means that from that day, you have belittled yourself before the man. When he starts treating you anyhow, don't complain. Because Kabiyesi have the money to marry them normal. But because the marriage is more important to them than him, they decided to pay for the bills. And he said, okay now, after all, he is doing them a favor. Marrying people's wife. I used to think in the olden days that, not even in the olden days, even in this present time, that kings only married virgins or people who are not married before. But you will hear that this Olori have children here. This Olori have ex-husband there. This, that. Anyways, right now they said even her husband have rejected the child. Maybe she will take the child back to whoever that she got the child from, or maybe to a motherless baby so in order to stay in the palace because she values to stay in the palace than any other thing. That is what we are hearing allegedly. Don't forget. Always bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.